Are we live? I don't know, but I can see the green light on the YouTube stream page. And in a few seconds, I believe I can see myself. Let's just check if we got some audio too. It's Friday, and it's time to put the mic on to do yet another live stream, yet another live weekly evaluation. Boom, boom, boom. The time to look back at our actions, our effort to take us towards our goals, our ambitions, visions with our life. Ooh! Today I am running a bit late. I got caught at the gym. Had too much fun there. Ooh, sweaty Alex is back. Okay, let's just, I want that to disappear. Boom, boom. How does that sound? Speaking of sound, do we got audio? Do we? No, we don't. Do we? Oh, I can hear my beautiful voice. Yeah, I do love myself. That's actually a result of my weekly efforts to grow myself, to just develop and become a better version of myself. When you do that, you have to learn how to love yourself. But that's not the topic of the day. The topic of the day, the topic that has been the focus of the week has been mini-adventures. Adventures, happenings, events in our life, in our everyday activity that can bring us some joy, excitement, and just the sense of living more. A place for where we can grow and face some fears. Because mini-adventures, well, let me define it first, or how I look at it right now. In last video, the Sunday video, I started talking about these mini-adventures. A little, what do you say, event, which isn't as much time bound, it's more bound to the experience we get out of it. Usually when we talk about adventures, at least for me, the definition is more like bigger, grandiose thing. You go hiking, you go on a big weekend trip, you go to a remote place, environments you've never been to, and stuff like that. But I wanted to lower the bar for how to have these adventures, because coming out of a 4 or 5 week vacation, I had a lot of adventures, and I realized, damn, this brings me so much joy and happiness to my life. I want to have more of this, but how the F do I get that to work with my tight scheduled life, where I have so many other productive things I want to do? That got me thinking, and then I realized it's more about the experience. When I have my small rejection therapy challenges, which sometimes is a bit bigger, I do have adventures. And can't I just define these mini adventures and have like a weekly routine that will make me strive to have at least one of these a week? And if I have that goal, if I have that drive to push myself to actually check that box every day, every week off, then the likelihood of that happening is so much greater. That's the power with goal setting, with fear setting, putting up clear, defined visions for where we want to go. I want to do this thing, check. That makes us focus. That makes us have these glasses that see these opportunities. It's like if I ask you to look for all the blue in the room, do that for 5 seconds. Just do that. Check for all the blue things you can see in the room. And it's a lot of blue stuff here. But if I now ask you, how many red things did you see? It's like you can't remember it. But if you then now look for red, you can see there's a lot of red there. But at the first time you looked, it wasn't a focus of yours. It didn't matter what was red. I didn't ask for that. So what I'm trying to get at is that when you know what an adventure looks like, what a mini adventure looks like, you start to seek them out, you see them. This is actually an evolution of my fear facing, because the mini adventure, the definition I came up with, I said it should entail excitement, new environments, perhaps new people or people you haven't met in a while, and fear facing. Like, these things should be incorporated. And I mean, sure, excitement and fear facing, they're quite similar, but to different extent. I still like these 4 core. I'm not saying this is locked. I'm just saying this is a smaller way of looking at an adventure. For instance, a little adventure I had this week. I decided to bike in the rain. I haven't done that in like 4 months. And I looked at the forecast and man, it's gonna rain. Okay, how can I make this an adventure? Well, if I take a new bike path to work, I'm not gonna do the same path that I usually take. That would mean new environments. We have the excitement element of the rain. I don't know what kind of storm it's gonna be. Am I gonna be totally soaked? Is it gonna be a suffer moment? Is it just gonna be awful? Or maybe it's just gonna bring me some kind of new experience. So we had the new experience there too, along with the excitement, and for sure the fear facing, because I didn't know what I was throwing myself into. And then we didn't have the new people or any other people in this scenario, but it still ended up being just a great morning little adventure. It only took me an hour, but it entailed these emotions, these experiences that just, it made me feel new things. Because this is where the power of adventure lies. It throws us out of our daily routines, our fixed box that we live in. It makes us think new thoughts, because if you go on living life on repetition, you follow the same routines, the same structure day in and day out, you can't really distinguish the days from each other. Okay, was it Wednesday that this happened, or was it Tuesday? Because everything was similar. I was just doing that little life just gets boring. And I can say that because I've experienced it, but I always make sure to have a longer vacation. In Sweden we have the what do you say, it's one of the benefits of living in Sweden that we have at least 4 or 5 weeks of vacation. And I make sure to always have that in like one long period, because I believe strongly that you need this time to distance yourself from the daily routines, the usual wheel you get caught in, because then you can get perspective, then you can realize what is going on. But above all, the critical period is when you get back to the regular life and you still have these new thoughts in mind, and you get the contrast of how it feels when you get back to your regular life. And it's like, why do I feel this energyless? Why do I feel like I'm caught? Why do I feel like I'm not living anymore? And that contrast is a momentum, an opportunity for you to act on. It's like, man, this means something is wrong. If it is like this has been the case for me. I realized, man, this is not how I want to live. This is also why I came up with the mini adventure things. Like, I can't go back to living this life. I need to do something more proactive, active. And so this whole thing with the mini adventures, it has just ignited something. And as I started saying, it's an evolution of fear facing. Fear facing, that doesn't necessarily need to be the adventure within a mini adventure with the definition I said. It could just be saying hi to a person you meet. When I walk on the street and I say hi to a person, that's a little fear-facing action. And when you do that a whole lot, you can start to escalate it. And when you are in the mood for it, perhaps like me having the once a week routine, you can do a little mini adventure out of that little thing. And the what do you say, the result of this, when you start doing this more and more, both with the fear facing, both with the mini adventures, as I've said, you get the viewpoint, you get the perspective, you see when the opportunities pop up. I can't go through my days now without seeing, my fear radar is just blipping all the time for all these opportunities. And when an opportunity is there for me, it's so much more likely that I will act on that. In contrast to when this wasn't a part of my life, I just went through life because I didn't know what to look for. And when you don't know what to look for, when you don't have the focus and clarity, you're not going to do that. I mean, if I had another focus, if I had a focus of I don't know, looking for flowers, that would be my focus. I would go around looking for flowers or birds or whatever. But you can't focus on everything in life. You have to kind of decide, or at least have periods of time where now this is the thing. We do one thing at a time. That's when the effective growth will come. Deciding what's important to us, what we want to put our energy and action into. Not saying we can only do one thing, but as I've just said, right now I'm doing this. Later I can do that. So just having this mindset that we are limited in our ability to develop and do things. We have to make deliberate decisions for how to live our lives. In which areas are most important for us to grow. Right now, this is an area I've come to realize through experience, through references, that this is what makes me the biggest return on investment. I know this is talk I go back and back to, but I need to hear it again. I need to repeat it. I need to remind myself. And every time I do it, it's a receipt that, yeah, I'm doing it right. Because now I'm going to go a bit personal, what's happening in my life and so forth. The growth right now, that I've never felt this confident. I never felt this good about myself, about life and the path that lies ahead. And it's all thanks to this fear facing, my input in developing my self-esteem. I think it was last week I talked about self-esteem and how many different ways there are to grow our self-esteem. Self-esteem is the core that holds us up. That's what makes us like a one pillar unit where we have ourselves to stand on. Instead of being dependent on different external inputs like other people, career, work, and we have ourselves, our self-love, our ability to trust ourselves in the process, that we are able to do the things we want to do. That one core pillar, the self-esteem, that's what really makes us strong and to be able to trust ourselves that we will make it to. But self-esteem is a really wide topic. It entails so many different areas. And again, I come to see that by putting in fear-facing actions, that will give me the most result. That will be the thing that will grow my self-esteem the most. That being said, it doesn't mean I develop myself in other areas to grow my self-esteem as well, because that I do, and that for sure has helped. I can't neglect the fact that one of my biggest reasons for my personal growth lately has been that I've started to take control of my food addiction, my food disorder, one could say. Food has really controlled my life for many years. It's like I choose my next. It controls my days. It controls my life. It's always in my head. But I started to really. I decided to fix this shit, and I decided to fix it through fear facing. I realized, like, stop eating food for me, that's a goddamn fear. It means I'm leaving the place of certainty. Eating food is good. I can watch YouTube videos. If I stop eating, that means I unpause life. I need to get back to reality. I need to take care of what's going on in my life. I need to grow. It's scary to take that that step. I mean, that's the scary thing for me. For you, maybe it's something totally different. But when I started looking at it as a fear, it was obvious to me. I have to do this. Because I knew that when there's a fear, a big fear of mine, it is something that hinders me. Always, always. Throughout my last year of this deliberate action towards facing my fears, that the result has been, after defining a fear and going through with it, doing that fear-facing action, the result has been growth. The result has been new perspective. The result has been great emotional experiences. It's so clear to me that facing fear equals growth, happiness, living life. It's the absolute one holy truth. It's like I believe in Jesus. I'm religious. That's not what I do, but this is my religion right now. Or it's the answer to life. If I face my fears, I will grow. I will have a good life. It's as simple as that. And that perspective made me look at everything as fears. What's hindering me in life, different areas? It's fears. It's that fear, it's that fear, it's that fear. And once I put it up, it's the thing I need to do. It's the thing I need to do. And then I just have to do it. But it also relates to what my goals are. Again, I go on about this. We have to decide what fears are the most important, what gives us the right results for us. That means looking at our life. What do we want? It all goes back to this. And all of this it's building self-esteem as well. It's building self-esteem. I'm going a bit all over the place, but it's such a huge topic. And I'm also so like, I want to show you how to do this. I want to share this way of living. Because for me, I just feel if I can do this, you can do this, anybody can do this. And if I can make this change happen, not if I can. I made this change happen, and it was fun. And now I just love my life in a new way, and I want other people to experience that as well. And one of my visions is to find a good way to translate that to you. Perhaps action videos when I actually face my fears, when I inspire, I don't know. Videos where I take action. I think that's showing the way. I don't know, maybe that's the best way to do it, but that also means I need to have good ways of showing the way. Like, I'm trying to figure out templates for people to replicate what I'm doing. That means I need to think about how I'm doing. That's my strategy going forward. I think said enough about these things. I do have tons and tons of video content from my mini adventures, from my fear facing, from the last couple of weeks. I mean, last weekend I was at a wedding. It was amazing. I filmed a whole lot, but I just haven't had time to edit. You see, the drawback of these adventures is that it kind of takes time. Okay, I just said that, mini adventures doesn't need to take time. And that's true. But I've just gathered up so much material lately, so it's like, where am I gonna begin? I'm a bit overwhelmed by everything right now. And it's this balance in life. Okay, I started down prioritizing sharing my journey a bit. The YouTube channel for the last month, perhaps, you've noticed less good content has come out. But I've also balanced that up with greater experiences. I've done daily fear facing. I've been talking to people every day for the last month. I've had so much growth from this. I've had so much fun, excitement, so many adventures, but I haven't had time to share that. So it's like, how do I balance this? And I'm trying to figure this out because I do want to share this. I do want to to show you what I'm experiencing, so I can perhaps inspire you, or if it's just entertainment, I don't know. For some reason you subscribe to this channel, and for that I'm glad. But how do I do? How do I do? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking about it. And today, well, or yesterday, like a big life area ended. I have been working at an assignment outside of Stockholm for 2 years. I worked there as a consultant, mechanical engineer. That's what I've been doing for the last couple of 2 years. It's been super fun, super developing, but that assignment ended yesterday. That means going forward, a whole lot of uncertainty awaits. Since I'm hired by this consultant firm as a mechanical engineer, that should be my working role. But I've opened up the discussion to do marketing instead, because that's something I would like to try out. This has been a very scary process to make this transition happen, but through my fear-facing routines, step by step, having one conversation, thinking about it, daring to do that and that, this has started to shift towards that. So from starting next week, I'm going to do about 30% marketing for my consultant firm. And the other 70%, well, there lies the uncertainty right now. We don't know if perhaps I'm going to find myself a new engineering assignment, or maybe we can find some other constellation. Another option is also to go down in work time and start focusing on trying to have a little video production firm on my own, because I am facing a real adventurous fear-facing challenge this week. And tomorrow I'm going to go out to the archipelago and shoot a real estate video. It's like, whoa, totally new branch for me. Haven't done that before, and super scary. But it's like, yeah, I need to try this out. I need to experience. I need to dare to live some adventures, things that aligns with my goals, with my fear-setting ambitions. You see, this is scary. I just thought I'd share some of what's going on, and hopefully this will open up to a bit more time for the YouTube channel. At least that's my ambition. I have no idea what's happening. Well, I just said that what might happen. I think you understood what I just said. You'll just have to wait for and see. I'll just have to wait for and see. What I can say, what I want to finish this little live stream off with, is that you need to trust the process. When I started doing fear-facing, I didn't know if it was good. I didn't know it was going to be this good. We can say that. It was a freaking effort. It sucked. But it started to pay off more and more. Sometimes you just have to trust in other people's reviews of something. It's like meditation. I think that's a good example. When people start hearing about people talking about meditation, it's like, that's just boring, meaningless, pointless shit. That's what I thought when I started listening to people talking about meditation. But I'm also so much into personal development, and when you consume a lot of material, there's certain things that keeps popping up all the time, and meditation is one of these things. It's like, it's good for you, it's good for you, it's good for you. Oh, it changed my life. Oh, do meditation. It's good for your awareness. It's like, yeah, if everybody keeps talking about this, if everybody keeps relating to these studies that shows a prolonged life, maybe, or it has to be something there. I started to just trust the process. And for like the last 2 years, I've tried to implement it. So like forcing myself. It sucked. So boring. It sucked. But now I've reached this new point where I enjoy it, where I crave it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go meditate because it gives me so much. It's like a little psychedelic trip at times, a virtual reality experience into a new dimension. And this is not a video about meditation. I don't care if you do meditation again or not, although I do think it's a critical thing to develop your awareness, which is critical for fear facing. So yeah, you should do meditation. But it's about, the point here is about trusting the process. It sucks, but other people say it's good, so maybe I should give it a chance. And really giving it your best shot before quitting on it. I believe this is equally true for fear facing as for meditation, as for working out. Trust the goddamn process. Find a strategy that fits you the best. Like a small daily fear facing routine, a small daily meditation practice, a small daily workout routine. Routines, small daily habits that supports these key fundamental things that will make you grow. That's how I did it. That's what I recommend you to do. And that's what's gonna close this little live stream down. It's been fun talking to you, even though this live stream has been me and, well, it says that one person is watching. I think that's me because I've had the window open here. I do like having myself, listening to myself. Yeah. I will see you Sunday. It may be another Wayne. Oh, we got a visitor. What's up, Wayne? I was this close to just finish this video down. I've been streaming for 27 minutes now. So you just missed the good stuff. Unless you have any question, I'm gonna close this down. But I'd love to hear something from you. Let's make this interactive. Wayne is one of our fellow subscribers. Do appreciate you checking in here. So much more fun. Yeah, I'm putting all the pressure on you now, Wayne. You have anything to add? Okay, we got a question. Wayne says, how do you find the courage to pick up a girl? I can't do that. Okay, well, first off, it comes down to my reasons for why I want to pick up a girl. Like, what drives you? What drives me is that there's so much I can get out of that. Long term, I want to meet like the girl of my dreams, like sharing life with a person that could give me so much back in life, that could give me great conversation, someone to live with, perhaps someone to have kids with one day. Just sharing life on a whole different level. That's something I know I want in life, and that's something that lies ahead. But I know that if that's going to happen, because that's a high level thing to find that girl, if that's going to happen, that means I need to be able to put my best self out there in the context of talking to girls. That means I need to practice talking to girls. That means I need to put myself in a situation where I can do this easily. I mean, it's a practice to show your real authentic self. Since you obviously get nervous when you talk to girls, that means you're not putting your best self out there. And how the heck are you going to be able to charm that love of your life, unless you're very lucky, if you're not putting your best self out there. We want to maximize our chances to make that thing happen. So just getting this whole reason for why you want it clear. I mean, perhaps you just want to have fun and meet some girls. That's your reasons. But whatever gets you motivated to do it, that needs to be very clear for you. But I think maybe you seem motivated. You seem motivated. So in the moment where I'm about to approach a girl, how do I find the courage? Well, I know I have to do it. So I think about that, but that is perhaps not what's going through our mind when we're standing there. There's a girl standing 10 meters in front of me, and I freeze up. It's like anxiety. I don't have the guts to do this. Then it's freaking hard to find the courage to go talk to a girl. But that's where this also, this is the where it comes, what do you say? This is where baby stepping it comes to practice. Maybe approaching a lonely girl or a girl in group is too big a step for you. If you don't have any previous experience of talking to girls at all, maybe you need to have some smaller fear-facing actions that will make you more comfortable going up talking to a girl. Maybe you need to talk to random people, just being confident in striking up conversations with people on the street. If you're in the store, practice talking to people about whatever. If you're standing next to each other looking at pasta, practice talking about pasta in that context. That's how I, one step at a time, built up my confidence to talk to people in a social context. So I was able to escalate it over. I started talking to girls in the store like this. Initially I wasn't always flirty. I wasn't like trying to pick up a girl. I was just asking for these small things. But when I get in the context of talking to a person, talking to a girl, eventually the contrast isn't as big, so it's much easier to do it. You have gradually grow your social skills, your social confidence to do it. But some other mindsets for how to make me go through that thing, to make me push myself to do it, is that I always look at the actual approach. That's what's so scary for me. That's what's hindering me. I'm not, what do you say, the outcome is not what's important to me. If I see a girl and I want to go up and talk to her, to be a bit flirty, of course I would like to make that go somewhere. I would like to perhaps go on a date with her if we connect, of course. But when I see her and I make the decision that I want to approach her, I'm not dependent on that happening. If I get a number, if it's going to continue or not, I don't care about that. The only thing I care about is doing the scary thing, and that's approaching her. That's starting to talk to her. If I do that, then I'm good, then I'm satisfied. Then I don't judge myself for whatever follows. At least not if I'm in this state. If I'm in a state where I just want to practice approaching, because this is also about escalating it. In the beginning, I focused all my attention on that. Okay, if I just say something to her, then I've succeeded. If she blows me off, if she spits in my face, it doesn't matter. The only thing that winning looks like is me doing the approach. And once I get customized to that, once that is not as scary, then I can step up the goal. Okay, this time I'm gonna give her like a flirty compliment. That's the scary part. The only way I fail is if I'm not giving her a compliment. So it's dependent on which level you're at and where you set the goal. But if you're, as a beginner, set the goal of, I'm gonna get her number, I'm gonna go on a date, where you barely dare to approach her, it's like too big of a leap. You will most certainly end up being disappointed because you didn't reach this very high goal, which require you to develop social skills and the ability to talk to girls, which you will do, but you can't put that much of a pressure on yourself because it will only limit you. And when you fail in that situation, which is a high likelihood of happening, you will create an emotional scar. You will perhaps lower your confidence in this area, and you don't want to do it again because you're just going to think about the last time that happened and it sucked and it was awful. But if you instead had the goal to just go say hi to her, now you had a win. That was a relative easy thing and you won. Then you can look back at the experience like, yeah, that was fun. I did it. I can do it again. Because a mindset you should embrace is that this is fun. It's me self-amusing myself. I know it's scary, but it's actually fun to just go there and talk to people. I have this easiness to it. I don't value it as goal. It's just a little adventure, a little fear-facing moment for me, an opportunity for me to practice. It's practice. If something great happens, well, that's a bonus. But what I'm doing right now, it's practice, and I have to have fun with it. If I'm not having fun, it's gonna suck. I need to just try to laugh it off, try to shake off, listen to some good music, listen to some motivational video, call a friend, whatever, but try to be relaxed, try to have fun with it, try to make yourself smile, self-amusement. What a rant. I think that's I think that's the most important things I think about when I try to build up the courage to go up to a girl, on the top of my head at least. But yeah, it requires constant practice. It requires to escalating it. Start small. What's the next thing you could do that is just a bit outside your comfort zone? You don't need to take that big leap straight away. Focus on just a little bit out of your comfort zone and do that, and then you do something new that is a little bit out of your comfort zone, and try to act on the momentum. It's so much easier when you get going. That's why I talk about daily habits and routines, daily fear facing. So much better than doing one big thing once a week. You're gonna forget about it. It's such a daily thing. What do you say, Wayne? Did I talk too much all over the place, or did I give you something that could help you? You left 5 minutes ago, didn't you? No, I don't think you did. Oh, what a rant. I've been going on for 40 minutes now. The fact is that everybody says the same thing about AA. I don't even know what AA is. But maybe also, if everybody says the same thing. Approach anxiety, yeah, of course. Yeah, no, it's hard. Believe me, it is hard. He says, I know the only way to get rid of approach anxiety is to approach, but it's hard. I've been there hundreds of times in that moment where it just frees me up. But the best way I can explain for how to get rid of it, my best recommendation is just to baby step it. I mean, have you actually done it? Have you gone out talking to random people? Are you okay with that? As I've said, maybe you're aiming too high right now and then you're not doing anything instead. Practice talking to regular people in the store, people that still creates a bit of anxiety, but it's not that much of anxiety. That's what worked for me. And that I can only speak from my own experience what got me rid of it. And it's not gone. I still have approach anxiety, but it's just way less. And I know that once I do it, I will feel so great. You need to create this bank of experience that proves to you that, yeah, if I do this, even though I feel like freaking shit right now, it will equal an amazing feeling. You need to have this brain connection, mind connection. Feeling like shit equals feeling freaking awesome. If I take the action, I say go out there and baby step it. It's my recommendation, Wayne. And I'm just not sure that you are right now. Or are you? Tell me, what are you currently doing to do this? And I'm not judging you. I'm really not judging you. It's not easy. But sometimes we lock in on the wrong things and we don't get it. I will try doing it today. Thanks, Alex. Love to hear that. And I want you to tell me about how it went, what you did, and how you felt about it. And if you decide to do something and then don't dare to do it, like, I can't do this, don't leave at that point. Never do that. I have done that sometimes, and that will only create that emotional scar. If you decided to do something but then you don't dare to do it, instead of giving up on yourself, allow yourself to lower the bar. If let's say you go to the store now and you see perhaps like a woman, any age, and you decide, yeah, I'm just gonna ask for where the pasta is. If you decide, I'm gonna do this, and then it turned out to be too high of a pressure, you don't dare to do it, don't quit, don't go home, change the goal instead. Lower the bar. Instead, when you perhaps you see an old man and maybe you just go and ask for where the potato is. I don't know. I'm just saying, allow yourself to lower the bar instead of fleeing the scene. That's from experience, to allow yourself to lower the bar if you don't have the guts to do it. And yeah, I'd like to hear how it's gonna turn out. Oops, sorry. And also, if you'd like, I'm thinking about doing this project where I want to have a little video with 5 people doing one fear-facing action every day. So if you want to, I'm not saying you have to, but if you like to share it, try shooting it with a mobile phone, just perhaps talking with yourself before doing it, just sharing some emotions of yours, just an idea. And if there's somebody else out there that would like to share their fear-facing moments, record it and send me an email, and maybe I can put something together. I want 5 different people doing 5 different fear-facing things. Anyways, Wayne, I wish you good luck. Now I need to round this off, and make sure to connect right in this comment on this live stream, maybe, if you want to, of course, and let us know how it went. I'm sure more than I am curious. Good luck. See you in the next one. Sunday something will be released. I'm not sure what yet, because I am gonna go film a real estate video out in the archipelago all weekend long, so editing time will be limited. That's it from me. Have a great day, and Wayne, good luck. I believe in you. See you in the next one. Bye, guys.